All right, happy Thursday, everybody. It's Scott Beebe with the Business on Purpose platform, where every single day we wake up, including today, to liberate you, the small business owner, from the chaos that you're swimming in. And today we are going to punch fear straight in the mouth, because that's what fear deserves, is to be punched in the mouth. And today's going to be a little different on our Facebook Live than what we normally do. In fact, I want to constantly point you back to a resource that we've recently unveiled in the Business on Purpose podcast, to where through the podcast, we are literally taking client questions and rapid fire in segments of about 4 to 8 minutes. Some are a little shorter, some are a little longer. We're answering those questions right there, ready to go. So they're bite-sized chunks. You can listen to them in the car as you're going about doing your thing. And so just make sure that you take some time to go download the Business on Purpose podcast so that you can get coaching all throughout the week, from anywhere from my employee just stole from us, now what do I do, to how do I compensate my team members when they're asking for more money. There's all sorts of questions. Today what I want to talk about is how to punch fear in the mouth. And I'm not going to give a belabored point about it, because particularly if you go to a website that I will show you right here, if you go to punch fear in the mouth right there, and hit enter, this video is going to pop up. Very simplistic web page. This video is going to pop up. And in the video, you're going to see this fear talk. Now, this is a talk that I gave about a month and a half ago. And I took guys through, this was in an all-men's setting, and I took guys through this what I call an addiction of mine, and the reality of this addiction. And it's about 20 minutes long. And I think you need to listen to it because of the feedback that we've been getting from guys. I've been asked multiple times the last couple of days, are you going to be sharing this? And didn't really have an intention to share it widespread, but the more we've talked to different people about it, the more we've realized, you know what, we need to do this. Oh, I paused it at the middle of a funky face. You guys have all seen that in videos, right? So anyway, I want to make sure that you take a chance, take some time to go watch Punch Fear in the Mouth. Again, it's about a 20-minute thing, but I'm going to give you a couple things here that I think are really important. And again, I'll put up the URL so you've got it here, punchfearinthemouth.com. Go check it out. It's nothing to sell there. It's just a talk that I did that I hope would encourage you. And so here's a couple things. Number one, in order to punch fear in the mouth, you're going to have the beat of truth, meaning you're going to regularly need to submit yourself to a truth standard. For me, and hopefully for you, that truth standard is God's Word. And so if you want to punch fear in the mouth, square in the mouth, especially if it's an addiction for you like it is for me, you're going to need a truth standard. And for me, that's God's Word. And quite frankly, I can't think of a better non-variable than God's Word to be able to go back to what's true 2,000, 3,000 years ago is still true today. And so having that beat of truth, and you'll see in the video what I'm talking about towards the end. The second thing is to have the wise old counsel, and what we call in the course the baseline, this just kind of methodical baseline that just goes through. It's kind of in the background, it's a little bit quiet, and we equate that to having wise counsel, having one or two or three, if you're a guy, men, or if you're a woman, ladies, who can really speak into you. They're not afraid of you. They'll speak to you the way that you need to be spoken to, and also they'll speak the truth. And so to have a beat of truth, to have that baseline of a wise counsel and insight and wisdom. And then you've got this kind of chord of community is what we call it. So the beat of truth, the baseline of wise counsel, and the chords of community. And once you've got that in there, those three things together are going to start developing a melody inside of you. Whereas if you just listen to a beat, if you just listen to, this is just kind of a methodical beat, but didn't hear the bass line, or you didn't hear the chords, or you didn't hear the riff that goes behind it, then a lot of times what happens to people is they get isolated, they get lonely, and so the fear consumes them to allow them to go off and just be by themselves, and that isolation ends up crushing them. And not just physically, but also emotionally, and it crushes them relationally. And so taking time to have the beat of truth, and sometimes that does come by yourself, taking time to have the regular methodical baseline of wise older counsel, and then taking time to have the chords of community and developing that. And sometimes it's really hard to do outside of the context of business, to be intentional about developing community. But I hope it helps. Go to Punch Fear in the Mouth. Again, we're not selling anything on there. It's a video that of a talk that I did, and I hope it encourages you, because I know a lot of you struggle with fear, And I want you to be on the adventure and on the journey with me to get out of this. It's not something I've solved, just so you know. This is something I'm actively working through, but I think this could be of encouragement to you. So make sure, go punchfearinthemouth.com, check it out, and don't forget the Business on Purpose podcast while you're up there so you can get coaching all throughout the week on those quick snippets for questions and insights that you have, that we hear from our own clients, and then we just relay those to you so that you can get coached and trained as well. All right, guys, y'all have a great Thursday. Go knock them dead today. I'm excited to see what you guys have. And I tell you what, why don't we go punch fear in the mouth? Go there right there. Go there right now and watch that video, or you can just listen to it if you're on a run or in the car. All right, guys, go get liberated from your chaos. Talk to you soon.